Get ready for another session filled with fun storytelling and drawing activities. Welcome to Ready for KidLit. Join some of our beloved children's book writers and illustrators as they engage in storytelling, show us how to write wacky poems, learn about emotions, outdraw each other in an epic illustrators battle, and sing, move, and play. Light up your day with all these free activities as KidLit comes alive. Here's our next session for today. Watch two illustrators engage in battle as each attempts to outdraw the other. While a story is read out live, the artists will each draw their version of how the scenes from the story would look like. Here's a chance to see the results of your votes and how the story will look like. This is Dueling Illustrators Live with Darel Seow, Shin, and Nexalampit, presented as part of Ready for KidLit.
A very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to Dueling Illustrators Live, presented as part of Ready for KidLit, organized by the Singapore Book Council. And guess what? I am Jumaini Ariff, also known as Nexalampit, the folktale storyteller. Now, this time around, I am not storytelling. Rather than that, I am actually going to read a story for you. I'll be reading you a story about a little girl named Ping and her brother Ming. From the story, it is The Book That Was Handed Down, written by Yixian Quek and illustrated by Grace Duan Ying. Now, I'm not alone today. You can see the two guys next to me. As a matter of fact, they are the stars of the session. Hey, stars. Shine, people, shine. They are just the shy ones, aren't they? Okay, now they are our very own homegrown illustrators, Darel Seow and Quek Shin. Hey! Now these two young lads will be letting their imaginations run wild and will be interpreting the story as it is being read. And the best part about all this is going to be a battle. Game face, game face. Oh, I'm getting scared too. Okay, before we move on, we would definitely need to say hello to our illustrators and, of course, get to know them better. So let's first say hello to Darel.
Hello.
Hello, Darel. Okay, Darel.
Yes.
I heard that you are particularly interested in museums and culture. So how much of that interest influenced you in your work as an illustrator?
I think, yes, something that I always have to say is that, when I'm growing up, I always thought that museums were really boring places. So you would go in and look at really old objects, and then after that you'd be thinking, hey, how does this relate to my everyday life? So I think something that, that's really exciting about museums is that there's so many different kinds of stories. So you learn about different cultures, different people from different times, different parts of the world. And also that something that interests me a lot is that you see lots of different animals. So how different cultures portray them. So as characters, they have certain meanings, symbols, and how this can translate into my work. So I think something that I find very interesting is that it makes me think about what the stories are behind all the objects and all the artifacts. So when I'm creating my own pictures, I start thinking, when I draw a character, there has to be a story. And then I start thinking what happens before, what happens after, and that really inspires, which direction my work will go into.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have seen quite a bit of dinosaurs in your creations. That's right. I'm just wondering, there you go. Something came up. Something came up. All right, Darel.
Yes.
Dinosaurs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've come across quite a bit of your work that has dinosaurs in it. You want to share a bit more about this?
So this is a toy that I've got, I think, something from a really, really long time ago. So it's a little bit spoiled right now, but in the past it used to be able to do fancy things with its legs. So whenever you press the button, it will start kicking around. And so I always love, using all these toys as characters that I could stage a mini play. You could also, think about how I'm going to create a story based on all these different things. So on my imagine, what happens here before I draw them out in a full illustration, write my own stories. And that was actually something I did, I think, all the way back in primary school. So just for one of my school projects, I made sure that I combined all my favorite things, and I did a book about dinosaurs and how they would compete to find out who was the best.
Wow, talk about inspiration. It's kind of cool that you can draw inspiration from something from the past. It's something along the line of the book of the day. Thanks, Darel. Thank you so much. Now, let's scoot over to Hong Shin. Hey,
Hello,
Hong Shin. Hi. Hey, Hong Shin.
Yes.
Let me be the 1 millionth person to congratulate you on the recent Best Children's Book Award.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Not that recent, though, last year.
I know, but then we can always bring it back. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
it's for the book called The Incredible Basket, right? That's
yes.
right. Wonderful. So now, from an author to another author, I definitely now have to ask you, pick your mind a little, yeah? I need to know, where do you draw your inspirations? Maybe I can earn myself a children's book award, yeah? Oh, come, share.
From everyday objects, so the Incredible Basket draws inspiration from a Chinese wedding basket. And there are other books that I also that I drew inspiration from objects like the sarong and also the oil lamp. Things around us have stories. People around us have stories, and I always talk to people, and they have their own stories to tell. And yeah, that's how I get my inspiration, because they are everywhere. Don't have to look too far. Maybe I can be inspired by Darel today.
What do you got?
Yeah.
Are we gonna
I'll
be
draw
looking
some-
forward to
maybe
a
I'll draw
book
Maybe
called
join each
Darel?
other's
Maybe I draw a book about a battle.
That's nice. Yeah,
an
I
art
can
battle
imagine.
that's going to happen right after today.
Yes, that's right. And don't
yes.
forget me. You can put me somewhere.
You can be
Calefare, somewhere
the
at the back.
judge, the referee.
But so everyday things. So isn't it wonderful? So I mean, like what you guys are telling me is that anyone out there with that kind of passion, the passion that I see in you guys, can actually pursue this inspiration to become an illustrator, and it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys. Well done. All right, now having said that, the book of our focus today is all about hand-me-downs. Now, I figure we should pay homage to the storybook of our focus. So, I have brought something of mine that was handed down to me a very long time ago.
I
You
used to
see
collect
this?
stamps.
Well, actually, no.
No?
Because it's kind of rare to get an envelope with stamps on it, because everything's just postage, right? I mean, paid postage.
Oh, the stickers, right?
Exactly. So here is my stamp album. Yeah, and this stamp album was from my mom, and it went down to my aunt, and it went down to my elder sister, and last but not least, it has been with me for 30 years. Great.
Wow.
Now you know how not young I am. Yeah, I am definitely not.
Can we have a
yeah.
look at some of the samples?
Sure.
please.
Okay, cool. No, really. Last time when I was a child, I've never thought of the value that this stamp, the album actually carries. I figure seriously, boring. Stamp collection. Yeah, and you see your mother tearing the stamp off the envelope. I didn't think much about it. But then, as I grew older, as I aged, I realized how much value it has. It carries so much meaning to the person who actually collected those stamps. And on top of everything else, the history of every single stamp and how much it has traveled the world. So, can you imagine that? And it passed from mom to aunt to elder sister and then to me. So, I figure, because of that, I would love to find out what are your hand-me-downs or hand-me-ups or whatever. Who shall I start with? Maybe Hong Shin.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
What have you brought for us?
Picture cards.
Wow.
Look at this. I'll just flip it over and show you how old these are. They are all creased and a bit tattered, and so these are picture cards for
Give
children.
me some. I'll hold on for you.
These are so old. I have no idea who owned them first. But I got them from my brother, and he got them from my cousin. So, from the looks of it, because the Chinese characters are traditional Chinese characters, so they are probably very old, in the 60s.
Goodness.
So,
I believe that it carries a lot of wisdom, don't you think?
Kind of, and I made my mark on one of these cards.
Which one is it?
Because I tend to draw on them. Yeah, look at this one. I used a red pen and just draw on it. So I think, after so many hands have touched this, and
Yes.
you know, everyone left their own mark on it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hand-me-downs. A lot of
Yes.
memories.
Yeah, that's why I'm still keeping them.
Yes, I'm sure.
I'm even putting some of them in a photo frame.
Wow.
Yeah, so they look like art pieces to me now. Yeah, like
Wonderful.
antiques.
And they look wonderful.
Yes.
Right, so retro.
Yes. Retro. All right, moving on. How about you, sir? A hand-me-up or a hand-me-down?
So this one over here, I've got a very interesting fish, and I think people are always a bit creeped out when they see how realistic it looks.
Oh dear God,
So this
yes.
was this is a hand-me-up actually from my younger brother. So he received this fish, and then he figured because I love fish so much, you know, I'll be the perfect recipient for something like this. And it's come in especially useful also because this functions as a pencil case, and it's perfect for me to store all the different kinds of markers, pens, you know, whatever I come along. So when I, you know, let's say when I go anywhere, I take this out of my bag, I put it down, and people will be a little bit creeped out, and then they realize it's actually quite a useful thing. I mean, if you cut your fish open, you don't have any meat over here, but you know, it's all the materials you need to draw something.
And it's really sweet that your brother gave it up for you. Yeah, that's really sweet. Now you have you know,
Something-
constant reminder
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
fish soup
And
in
you
the
can
belly of
hide
the fish.
something
Yeah, so
fishy in it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And imagine when it's staring at you.
Yeah, please. Great. I cook dinner and lunch at home, you know, you don't need to creep me out right now. But hey, you guys, I think we have just set a perfect stage for the session. All the hand-me-ups, all the hand-me-downs, gonna lead you to our epic battle. That's right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our story is about a little girl named Ping who is frustrated at always getting all things from her older brother, Ming. However, she soon finds out that some things are better shared, like this book that was handed down. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Yes.
Battle face on, please. No sound. Seriously. Battle face on, please.
Okay.
Was that a burp? Seriously.
No.
I mean, you talked about lunch, you talked about...
Yeah. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
let's begin.
Yes.
Be inspired. Be inspired. All right. I shall be reading. The book that was handed down. The book that was handed down by my brother had his name on it. This book belonged to Ming. I struck it off and I wrote my name over it. This book belongs to Ping. That's me. Ready, guys?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, be inspired. It was yellow and creased. Some of the pages looked like they were coming off. And I had to tape them back in place because if not, I can't read it. Oh boy, they are inspired. I'm imagining if they are not happy with some work, some homework.
Let's see. What does this look like?
Yeah. Now there were some stains on the pages, and my brother had scribbled and doodled on it. And one of the stains looked like and smelled like rotten Milo. Disgusting lah, Coco. I had to tear apart 2 pages that were stuck together by a piece of sticky glue. We seem to have some glued pieces of paper here together. Come, guys.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh my.
You can
Ah,
just,
okay, we
that's
swap.
for you.
Nah. Okay.
that's quite a complete piece.
Nah. What are you guys up to?
Okay, let's see what this.
Oh,
We're gonna form
they are
a
sure inspired
picture.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, what does this?
And as I was flipping through the book, I even found my brother's old bookmark lying forgotten among the pages. I wonder how long ago Coco read this book. You know what? Like all the clothes, toys, and bags that were handed down, I did not like this book at all. 我不喜欢. Wouldn't it be nice if I had bags that were brand new, all for me? Wouldn't it be nice to have toys to call my own, just for me? Clothes that had not once belonged to someone else. Why would I want to wear my Coco's singlet with holes? I stared at the book and I sulked. Then my brother came bursting in. Hey, Maya, what are you holding on to? He snatched the book from my hand and started reading it out loud. Once upon a time. Wow. Talk about being inspired. I think we're going to have very cool illustrations to look at after this. Let me continue. It seemed interesting, this book that Coco was reading. I peered over his shoulder, and slowly he led me into a magical world of elves and fairies. Let's pause here for a while. Let's go and disturb these two young men here. What are you up to? Come, let's go and disturb Hong Shin.
Me?
Yes.
Disturb Darel first.
Really?
Yeah, I'm drawing.
Oh, then I have to
No,
draw
it's
something
okay.
faster than that.
It's
No, okay.
okay. Yeah,
Hong Shin,
yeah.
Hong Shin, as you
Yeah.
scribble, it's fine.
Okay, sure.
I'm just gonna engage you in a conversation here. Hong Shin. The
Yeah,
book
yeah,
has mentioned elves and fairies. So how do you believe in elves and fairies?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
In another universe.
In
Maybe not our own.
Not in our own,
In
okay.
the storybook universe, they definitely exist. Fairies and elves and
Yes.
monsters and
Wow.
yeah, and it just goes on. It's beyond our imagination. That's what's great about storybooks, right?
That's right. It brings you to another realm totally. Now, how would you imagine if you have a chance to draw your own elves?
Oh, okay.
How would it look like?
Elves are quite an European invention, right? So maybe a bit more Asian looking elves.
Yeah,
Would
since
be quite
everything is about
interesting.
Singapore here, right?
Yeah,
Singlet
like,
and
why
everything
not,
at
right?
AFCC. How would you envision your elf
To look
wearing
like?
samfu?
Oh, some fools are raw.
Sarong. Wow.
Yeah, even holding tribe weapons or
Wow. Try weapons. He's really in battle mode.
yeah.
Battle mode,
Kimonos.
Kimonos,
Like
wow.
why not, right? Or,
Yeah, something Asian inspired. Elves and fairies, perhaps.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
you draw that. I'm going to check on you in a
Okay,
short bit.
thank you.
Let's disturb Mr. Darel. Mr. Darel.
Yes.
Yes. How about you?
Okay, so
How would you envision your version of a fairy, for example?
okay. So maybe I haven't really thought about that, but we can talk about it as
As
I
you draw?
just right now.
Do you want to show them a bit? Yeah. They
Okay.
keep them in suspense.
So I've drawn the elf so far. So I think, Hong Shi made a great point in terms of, it's always a very European kind of character. And I think I followed that in this case, but, I made sure that our elf is an extreme book lover. So he's got, all his books that he's kept close to his chest. And he's going to be handing one over
I
to our
see.
fairy over here. So I've got a fairy. Let's see.
So our elf here in Darel's world and his brain here is a book lover.
Yep.
Yep. Beautiful.
So we've got a fairy, and let's see what. Okay, let's give her some butterfly kind of wings. So she's flying, and then she's happily reaching out for one of the books.
Maybe you can show it to your audience. Just flip it over.
Okay.
Come on. Look at that.
So we've got. Oh yes.
Yeah. Look at that.
So still trying to figure out how the fairy's gonna get hold of all these books. But
So
let's see.
maybe he's a Liberian elf.
Oh, that's a really
I'm
cool. Okay.
planting stories into your brain.
So maybe we can draw the library in the back.
Yeah,
with
why
lots
not?
of-
Since everything is about books, yeah, this whole week. Today, for example, illustrators and authors. Come on, flip it over for the camera.
Right. So this fairy is wearing a cheongsam. This fairy is wearing a sari. This is wearing a baju.
Wow!
Whoa.
He created
kebaya.
a fairy based on me. Hunker eye, like cute, you
Cute,
know.
right? Yeah.
You forget the spectacles.
Okay, our
Must dedicate it to me. Ay, look so cute. Win already lah. Must give him sweet. Darel, put me inside your drawing. I give you cake.
That's
Come
very
on.
tempting.
Okay. Now, we've kind of like sidetracked quite a bit. We'll go back to our book. They need more inspiration from the original book, right? Yeah, that's right. Now, as they scribble on, let me continue. Hand in hand, Coco and me, we climbed hills and swam across the sea. We saw mermaids. We saw giant octopus. We saw karupa. We saw stingrays. We saw so many things. Coco and I. Wow. We followed a rainbow bridge. Whee! We slide here and there, and we discovered hidden objects. None that you can ever imagine. I would love to see what you think the hidden objects are. Don't forget to include that in your illustration. I even managed to find a buried treasure. Well, if it was me, I would love that buried treasure to have loads and loads of chocolate. And of course, I didn't do it by myself. I did it with Coco's help. You know what, friends? I am beginning to like this book. Hand-me-downs are not too bad after all. I think I'm gonna do this right now. This book belongs to Ming and Ping. The two of us, Coco and I. I'm sure he liked what I've done. The end. Now, as I have completed reading the book, let's find out what our young illustrators have drawn. Oh, they need a bit more time. But then again, my job here is to make sure that they come up with beautiful illustrations for you guys. Lovely. Wow. Now, if there are any mermaid lovers out there, you are going to be enticed when you see what Koko Hong Shin has drawn for you. Beautiful. Crocodile. What is that?
So I'm drawing buried treasure right now. So they finally found the treasure. And when you think of treasure, it's always the case, who are the masters of finding treasure? So it's not coming out yet, but you're going to see it all really soon.
Lovely. Now, I'm wondering, have you guys found treasures when you were young? Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys are still young. I'm the one who's old. Yeah. Now, treasures can mean many things to many people. Like for me, as a storyteller, if I find a wonderful old folktale hidden in the pages of a storybook, to me, that's treasure. Because as I tell it again, that means I'm going to make many others happy through listening to how I tell that story. But maybe Koko Hong Shin has another idea of what treasures can be. Koko Hong Shin?
Yes.
Yes. What's your interpretation of a treasure?
When we speak of treasure, we always think of gold coins and jewelry, like in Aladdin's cave.
Wow.
But for me, treasure is my family. Right? If my family is healthy and they are around
That's
me
sweet.
and supportive, that's really something to treasure.
Yeah, I believe that Koko Hong Shin loves to travel.
Yeah.
When you discover those hidden places, is that also treasure to you?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
I love exploring. So when I find a beautiful place with great scenery, fresh air, for example, or rolling hills, that's like finding a treasure.
Yeah,
Don't you agree?
definitely. I mean, I miss traveling. I know that it's hard to do that now, but then again, it's really like finding something that is hidden, a hidden gem. And a hidden gem is very much like a hidden treasure.
Yes.
Uncle Darel. Oh, how come I call him Koko?
Uncle.
Okay, sorry. Don't fight. Battle. I'm Nick
Koko.
Selampin, by definition, it's actually grandma. But Okay.
Yeah.
Koko lah. Say uncle cannot. Koko lah. Okay, Koko Darel.
Yes.
What is your idea of a hidden treasure? Besides, this story, your version, your idea.
I think hidden treasure for me is always in the form of surprises. So when you think of, let's say, pirates digging up treasure, you never really know what's going to happen.
Correct.
So you might find gold, like Hong Shin mentioned, or sometimes you find nothing because it's been taken, or maybe there's some lesson in there somewhere. But I think for myself, it's always about the hidden treasure is really about the potential for surprises. So whatever you find, so it could be treasure, and then you're going to enjoy yourself after that. Or, even, I know it can sound a bit cheesy, but just the whole process, I like to think of, especially in, maybe I can tell you a little bit more about this drawing. So what I was thinking about is that they've actually gone on a journey. So in this case, they're going across the mountains, go up and kind of sail across the sea. In this case, they're on a ship. And when I think of ships, I'm always attracted to pirates. So I've got
Hey, Crocodile, when you say pirate, must do like this. And then Hey, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, go. Continue.
So when I'm thinking, in many of the different stories also, you think about, pirates searching for treasure, they find their gold, but on the other hand, they find they find their friends along the way, they find lots of different kinds of adventures, journeys, and lessons, and I think that's something that I'm really attracted by, like, the treasure can be just things that you find, and it's given a different meaning because of the whole experience that you've been through.
Oh, so philosophic, full of wisdom. Here I am talking about gold coins, chocolate gold coins.
So I've got my gold coins here though, gold coins, diamonds, you've got like fancy rings and everything like that.
Oh, lovely. But it's true. I mean, I what Coco said, it's actually very true. Because treasure really depends on what you see of things. For all you know, it can just be an old picture from a trip back then, and then when you see it again, you seem to remember how good it felt to be with your family or your friends, a moment in time that was frozen into a picture. And to me, that can also be seen as a treasure, right? Yeah, right, people. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Poor thing got sore throat. But whatever it is kind of cool. Yes, children, it can be anything under the sky. So treasure doesn't have to be in dollars and cents or gifts even. Alright? Cool. Now, as we allow our cocos here to finish up their work with more colors, thank you very much. Yes, I'm giving them a lot of pressure, aren't I? Yes, colors, please. Maybe along the way you can just, chime in. One of the things that were mentioned in the book was a flowing bridge. And it's a rainbow bridge to be exact. Now, as illustrators, you have a thing about colors, right? Coco Hong Shin,
Yes.
what's your favorite colors? Come, let's share with our little
My favorite
viewers.
colors. I like all the in-between colors. You know what those are?
In between colors.
Yeah.
I give you rainbow colors, you choose in between colors. If like that, you have to talk.
You know, between green and blue. So if you like turquoise, so I like colors like that. Yeah. So
Only that? One more?
one more.
Ah,
Okay.
in
maybe
between
I have to-
colours.
one more. Okay. Brown. Brown's not in the rainbow.
No. We're open for debate. Since got
The
better,
end
we
of
can
the
ask.
rainbow, kind of gets back to the ground, you get a brown there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not in the rainbow, but
Okay, still. So, Coco Hong Shin loves brown and turquoise. Apparently, it's an in-between color. So you use a lot of that in your illustrations?
not really.
Not really.
Yeah,
But it's your favorite two
yes,
colors.
Yeah, I have a lot of turquoise color in my home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it, I mean, like, kind of like reminded me of my wedding dress long when I was super young.
Also turquoise.
Your in
Nice.
between colors.
Good choice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Coco. Okay, Coco Darel, how about you? What's your favorite color out of the rainbow?
So my favorite color, has always been green. So
Uh-huh.
I think I especially love the lime green. Things that's really bright,
Right.
really refreshing. So it's almost like you're stepping out. I always think about it. After the rain, when the rain kind of falls on the grass, super fresh. You feel so energized. You feel like you can do anything, and then you might and it's always kind of the colors of new leaves growing out, new shoots, and that's something that always represents something I enjoy. And of course, when you draw dinosaurs, you always draw
Yes.
them green. So I know that they come in many different
I
colors, but I
see.
think that's one reason why.
Wow. Lime green or green, fresh green after the rain. But when we were all stuck at home, I'm sure just opening the window and then smelling the grass patch out of the house, that's treasure, I tell you, because we've taken a lot of things for granted, and then being inspired by colors, and then appreciating the greenery around you, and good old green Singapore, the Garden City. I think that was one of the things that helped a lot of us survive the circuit breaker period, because we just needed to be out there, but the closest that we can get is I want to go out, but you can't. But then again, I do believe that it's very real, that we appreciate all these colors around us, and indeed it brings some sort of calmness in what you do, and I'm sure that you will add on even more colors as we speak. Yes, indeed. I'm pushing for colors for black and white.
How much time do we have? 1 minute?
How much time? Can I give you... I'm looking at the time. Oh, 3 minutes,
Okay.
Coco.
3
Hop to it. Come, children, you can chant with me. Go, Coco, go, come on. Go, Coco, go, come on. Go, Coco, go, come on. Oh, we want to see colorful pictures, ma.
Don't have a
Okay,
lot of
I'll
colors.
add colors.
Don't have a lot of colors. Coco,
I thought there were some colours.
a lot.
Okay, let's see.
You give excuses. I can always help them to color, but I think it will look awful at the end. For me lah. Then he's going to get angry because his illustrations will not look as nice. Wonderful. Now, yes, just to continue this conversation, Kaka, just want to ask you, have you always wanted to become illustrators, Kaka? Open field, left or right? Go on ahead.
Since young, I love to draw, so I always wanted to do something arts related. So yeah, I guess I'm living my dream.
Yeah, living your dream, I'm sure. Now, have you ever thought that, you'll get this far and then now you're inspiring young listeners across that video screen there in their own homes? Have you ever thought that through your illustrations you'll be inspiring them? Back then when you were a small Hongxin. Now that you're a tall Hongxin. So you never thought of
Never thought of that. I just enjoy it simply as that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm certain. Okay, Coco.
And I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you. No, but I am certain that indeed through your artworks, the books that you get published, it really does inspire the young ones out there and giving them hope that, there is a way for them to realize their dreams and their aspirations to become illustrators and also, authors themselves too. Are you done?
I guess so, but please
Oh,
go ahead.
no.
Should I have something here?
Write your name.
Oh, my name.
写你的名.
Okay,
Tulis
I'll sign.
nama. Mas. Oh, they are almost to completion. Wonderful. 3 minutes almost up, and we are gonna be. Count him down, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, Coco, finished already.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Now, would you like to arrange them? Great. We have come to the part where we will see their hard work, all inspired by a wonderful storybook. All right? That's great. Okay. You guys awesome? Go. Black, white, or whichever. I want to see who go first.
Okay,
Ayah,
sure.
better lah.
Better.
Please lah, people. Scissors, paper, stone one
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Come on.
Scissors, paper, stone.
Okay, win already.
Three rounds.
Okay,
Okay,
no
yeah,
enough
I'll
time
go.
lah.
I'll
Okay.
go.
The winner will have to go first. Yeah, we give him more time to scribble more. Okay. Go on ahead. Would you like to flip or
Maybe
do
I'll talk
we flip?
about this one first.
The one that was
Yeah,
inspired by the tearing.
Yeah, yellow and crease.
Yes,
right?
that's right. Yellow and crease.
Yeah, Darel and I were tearing up paper, so I stuck them on this piece of white paper, and it looks like an earth-shattering monster. Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
you can see all the impact that it's making. Yeah.
Earth-shattering
Literally
monster.
shattering the earth.
Yeah, just like how you crease and crumple up the paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm using the energy.
The
Yeah,
energy.
for the character. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's talk about my illustration.
Yes,
shall
the
we?
illustration that was inspired by the storybook. Would you like me to hold?
Oh yes, please.
Yes, okay. How should we do this?
Okay, please like that.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, let's
want me to hold
arrange.
Oh, okay.
Then we have to
Okay.
get together. Social distancing.
Can.
Okay.
Right.
There you go.
So you see from left to right, you see the elves and the fairies guiding Ping and Ming to the Rainbow Bridge, where they find a tree that's growing out from the sea, where you find stingrays, garupa, octopus. That's all I got. You said so many animals. So I managed to get
do a
three
lot of work.
animals there. Yeah. So yeah, it's an unusual big tree that grows out from the sea, and the mermaids, instead of in the sea, they are actually flying in the sky.
Wow.
So why not, right? Everything and anything is possible in an imaginary world. So that's what I have here.
Wonderful.
So I did it in kind of like a very wide landscape format.
And you can feel as if when you look at the pictures from left to right, or is it right to left?
Left to
you,
right.
you feel as if you are walking through the story with the characters. Beautiful. And of course, I have my favorite lah.
Yeah, that's you.
See, that's me.
With your spectacles.
How lovely. Oh, that is so sweet. And those are the two main characters, right?
Yeah, that's
Ping
right.
and Ming.
Ming.
Walking across the bridge of rainbows. Lovely, Coco.
Thank you.
Yay, cool. Now
Thank
we
you,
will
Darel.
move on to Coco Darel. Come.
Let's see.
Okay, so this is the first image that I created after we crumpled it and tore it apart.
Yes.
So as you can see, my inspiration came from not very far
Here,
away.
fishy, 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 fishy.
And I was just thinking, so I always love thinking about how, certain shapes look like things that remind me of, different parts of an animal. So I saw this, and I saw, okay, it looks like a tail. And then I started searching for all the different kinds of pieces, different shapes that I can put together to form a fish. So I got a little. So this was the first bit where we crushed the pieces together, and then we went to part 2, where what we did was to tear pieces of paper apart, right?
That's right.
So this was what I came up with. So over here, I
that's
thought one of the pieces looked a lot like a mountain. So I just stuck it down, and then perfectly, I got a piece of green from Shin, and I also got really excited because I talked about how green is my favorite color, and when we put it all together, we suddenly have a scene. And then I got a little bit too carried away, so I didn't really start drawing the next bit just yet. Okay, so
Look at that.
I'll tell you a little bit more about the different pieces. So you've seen a bit of this just now. So this one over here, and so Jumaini suggested the really great idea of our elf being a librarian. So he's got a little library under a toadstool over there.
Oh, lovely.
And he's busy kind of passing books out to anyone who might love to read.
That's cool.
So after that, they go on a little adventure. Yeah. So they go on the adventure, and kind of going on the top of mountains or sailing across the sea. And for myself, so I've always loved animals, and I make sure to include lots of different kinds of creatures. We've got a huge bird, we've got a tyrannosaur over there, we've got turtles, we've got the mermaid, and especially since I saw his mermaids are so exciting, so I need to make sure that I added some of them over here.
Battle, right? So we have to, yes.
So I'll just peek across, look at different.
No, they will get the inspirations from each other. This is a friendly battle, okay? No actual punches were thrown. But that is so adorable. And you snuck in a little bit of yourself in this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before they get over here, when you can see the pirate ship has landed, and then they've all come out, and then they've decided to dig, and they've mysteriously found treasure that we spoke about earlier.
The pirate here. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the biggest parrot you've ever seen in life.
Oh dear.
So I was thinking, one more thing. After they go down the Rainbow Bridge, where they find different kinds of hidden objects. So since I've been running with the theme of having lots of different kinds of books, I thought, maybe we've got the elf librarian, maybe we've got the frog librarian over here. So it's a little. I don't think many librarians agree with how he keeps his books.
Ew! Really?
At the same time,
into his
It's a
mouth.
book bin.
Book bin. Froggy book bin.
you never know what you're going to expect. So we talked about surprises just now. So you reach in, grab a book, and hope there's something you like. If you don't, maybe there's something new that you can find out about.
Or if not, it's the tongue. Ew, Coco.
If you grab the tongue, you get a bonus, and you can borrow 3 more books.
Oh, okay.
Goodness me. Wow. Inspired, I tell you. Inspired. Is that it?
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
all
All right.
got.
Now, thank you so much, Coco Darel and Coco Shin. Okay. Such inspiring illustrations based on the storybook. The book that was handed down. Wonderful. All right. There is something else that is waiting for you guys, the viewers out there. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us today for Dueling Illustrators Live. We hope that you have had fun during the session. And as a small gesture of thanks, we are giving away 5 #BuySingLit e-vouchers worth $10 each.
I won.
Now, to 5 different viewers. Yes, 5 different viewers. You guys, okay? You can use these e-vouchers to purchase Singlit titles online from Closet Full of Books. And you will now see on the screen a lucky draw wheel. Great, and it's up
very
there
fancy.
already. We will spin the wheel, and the winner will get a $10 BuySingLit voucher. Are you guys ready? All right, then let's go. Noise.
Drum roll.
Congratulations to Mr.
Eric Tong. Congrats.
And that's our first winner. Right? 4 more to go.
Let's
Spin
take
the
our
wheel.
second winner.
Spin the wheel. Drum roll, people. Go. Winner number 2 is... Could it be me? Can it actually be me? Okay, you say that.
Oh no.
So Cecile Salcedo.
Okay, Cecile Salcedo. Congratulations! Yay! Three more. Let it be me. No, it can't be me. Okay. Drum roll. Congratulations to... Who's our third winner? Is it third already?
Cat Ong. Congratulations, Cat Ong.
Yay! Next one?
Yes, next one.
Last two. Who will it be? It's next time.
Kevin Chin.
Kevin Chin, you are number 4th winner. Do we have one more?
Yes.
Last one. There's still
It's
hope.
the lucky winner.
Can it be me? I'm gonna be.
Or me, or
Or
Darel.
you? Or
Or maybe we can draw our own vouchers here. Then we
yeah, let me try it out. Okay, last winner. Okay, how do we?
Hey, Pei Fan Chu.
Pei Fan Chu, you are our winner number
Congratulations.
5. Yay! Now, congratulations to all the winners. Staff of the Singapore Book Council will get in touch with you to provide the voucher code. Now, if you did not win this time, don't worry. There are many more lucky draw chances coming up in the next few sessions all day. Now, thank you so much for tuning in and have a lovely Saturday. Let's say bye-bye to everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for joining in.
Thank you for joining us for this session. Stay tuned for our next session in 30 minutes. As an independent charity with IPC status, the Singapore Book Council relies heavily on your support to help us to promote a diverse, multilingual Singapore literature. Please consider donating to us so that we can continue bringing more programs like these to you and your family during these challenging times. You may contribute through giving.sg. To make a donation, please search for Singapore Book Council Limited.